In this video, we will look at how to use the Graph Options dialog to configure global settings for graph properties. We will also see how to use the dialog to change graph properties of existing graphs. This video was created using Origin version 2025b. When you create a graph in Origin, such as this line and symbol plot, it starts with a built-in template that has a set of graph properties. You may want to modify some properties such as, say, turn on grid lines for y-axis. But how to set such properties so that they apply to all graphs that you create? The Graph Options dialog does exactly that. This dialog is accessible from the Preferences menu. This dialog has multiple tabs. First, let's click on the Axes tab. Let's turn off minor grid lines and turn on major grid lines for both axes. Let's set the tick direction to be inwards. Let's also change the tick length. Now in the Fonts tab, let's change the font to be Times New Roman so that all text labels in the graph will use this font. In the Layout tab, let's set the fixed scale factor so that elements in the graphs maintain their size when a layer is resized. Lastly, in the Legend tab, let's change the default position of the legend to be on the top left. Now we click the OK button to save all of our changes. Let us now make that line and symbol plot again. You can see that all of the properties we set in the Graph Options dialog have been applied to the graph. This, of course, works for other graph types. Here are a few examples. Here is a 4-panel graph and a stacked column plot. Now let's see how to use the Graph Options dialog to change properties in existing graphs, such as graphs in an older project. Let's open the dialog. You will see there is an Apply To button, which has options to apply properties to active graph, or all graphs in the current folder, etc. Before we do this, let's go to the Layout tab to change a setting. We have graphs in this folder that are of different page sizes and ratios, such as landscape versus portrait. So let us first erase the width and height settings. Now let us apply the settings in the dialog to all graphs in the folder. You can see that the properties apply to all graphs. Lastly, this dialog also has a Reset button. This button provides options such as Reset to Default Settings or Reset Settings only in the current tab. There is also an option for Reset All to Classic, which would change all settings to match graph properties in older versions prior to version 2025b. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.